I'm Cameron Bowman. I'm a criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor here in Santa Clara County. And today I want to talk about the top 3 ways to beat a domestic violence case. The first approach is by showing that if there was an injury, it was obtained through self-defense. In other words, we have clients often who will, maybe there's been an argument, a heated argument, maybe there's even a pushing or shoving match, and one or both of them end up with injuries, but the injuries were obtained only because our client was defending themselves. We had a case recently where we were able to show that our client, who was a woman, had inflicted some pretty serious injuries on her husband, but it was because he had a history of domestic violence towards her. And we were able to show that any force that was used was purely in self-defense. The second major defense is to show that there was some sort of accident. And this is very common. For example, especially if someone's been drinking or it's in an area where there's things to fall over or knock into, you can easily get an injury in an accidental way. For example, we had a client who had some pretty serious injuries to his girlfriend, but we were able to show that the way those injuries took place was she was on high heels, she'd been drinking, and she was trying to reach for his cell phone to prove that he was texting another woman. So in the course of him holding the phone over his head, she was reaching for it. She fell, scraped her knees, got the injuries that she did. When the police arrived on the scene, she had blood, she had injuries. It was clear they'd been fighting, they'd both been drinking, and the man was arrested. But we were able to show through independent witnesses and other investigation that the way this happened was a pure accident. The third major defense that we explore for our clients in domestic violence cases is to show that the incident didn't even happen, that there was no actual domestic violence that took place. For example, maybe there's a custody dispute and someone is trying to get the upper hand in that custody dispute by showing that the other spouse is violent in some way. And in fact, in family court, if you get a domestic violence conviction, it's a presumption that they're an unfit parent. So this can be a very effective tool that people can use in domestic violence cases against a spouse in a family court matter. So we always look to see, does the other person have a motive to make up or exaggerate what happened? We were able to go to the DA's office and say, this person has a motive to make this false allegation. They have been shown to make up these things in the past, and we were able to get those charges dismissed. Between these 3 approaches, showing that it was righteous self-defense, or showing that it was an accident, or that it just didn't happen, we've had a great deal of success fighting domestic violence charges and getting those cases reduced or dismissed.